Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I want to say hi to everybody on drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. You guys see a little bit of a different background. I'm actually in the dining room talking to you guys. Alicia and I are training for this marathon. It'll be my first marathon. I am absolutely mortified of the idea of running 26.2 miles. The most I've ever run is 17, and I have this toe injury. And so she pulls out these toenail clippers and scotch tape and some bandage and is like taping me up like Michael Jordan getting ready for the NBA finals, even though I ain't nobody's Michael Jordan. And so, but I'm going to keep going. Can't stop, won't stop. I want to get this marathon in so that I can say I did it. It's very, very big for me. It's actually running a marathon. If you ever thought about trying it, you may want to try it because it changes your mindset about a lot of things. It teaches you about patience. It teaches you sort of how to stick to things. Because I'll tell you, a lot of life really is a marathon. It's all about sort of continuing to keep going. If you want to know the biggest difference between successful and unsuccessful people, like here's the biggest difference. The biggest difference is successful people are just like the unsuccessful people. They just knew how to kind of keep going. So I'm running these miles, right? And I'm like, and I don't run fast, right? And I'm like, this mile is never going to end. This is never going to end. But guess what? It always ends. I always get there, right? I'd have to keep going because she's like, come on, boys, keep going, right? Which I appreciate it, but I hate it at the same time. Like I hate it, but I love it, right? I need it, but I don't want it, and so she kind of makes me keep going when I want to stop. I'm like, man, F this shit, man. We ain't never gonna get to the finish line. And but we just keep going and we always get there, right? So it's kind of like, so life is kind of like that, actually. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button. Also, don't forget, drboycetv.com is the home for intelligent Black people. So if you're not Black and intelligent, you probably want to leave because I'm probably going to confuse you in this conversation. And also, those of you watching from the Black Financial Channel, I want to say hello. This is a financial topic, so I decided to simulcast today. The BlackFinancialChannel.com is where we talk about only financial topics all day long, financial news, updates, stock market reports, things like that. So feel free to join us at TheBlackFinancialChannel.com. All right, so here's what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to bring this up real quick. I was very surprised that Mr. Kanye West actually was in the news for being the highest paid rapper in the world, in America or on Earth right now, I guess, like in all surrounding planets. And that was very surprising to me because if you recall, Kanye was best known for, wearing the MAGA hat and just literally acting a damn fool. Now, I don't know if y'all remember when Kanye when Kanye was acting out. Does anybody, what'd you think about that? Like, give me your thoughts on that. Let me know what you were thinking. And Kanye was really, really pissing a lot of people off. You remember he was rolling up next to Donald Trump. He was, he had the red MAGA hat on. Now, if you want to know where I stand from this, if you want to know where, what I think about Kanye wearing the MAGA hat, I honestly, people get mad at me for being like a free thinking person, but I kind of believe you have a right to vote for whoever you want to vote for. Because honestly, and maybe I'm a cynic, but I honestly don't think it makes a difference. We voted for Democrats repeatedly. Nothing changes. We vote for Republicans repeatedly. Nothing changes. I just don't see the Black community benefiting or losing based on who's in the White House. But then again, maybe there's some subtle subtle differences, but for the most part, I just don't see a lot there. Now I do think though overall, I think that the Democrats have a better track record when it comes to little things like taking care of the poor and elderly and disabled. But not all black people are poor, elderly, and disabled, right? Some black people just want to get some money to start a business so they can actually be free of the white man. They don't want to be sitting around sucking on the white man's titty all day. So, I'm personally a believer that no matter who's in the White House, my goal is to get ahead. No matter who's in the White House, my kid's going to get educated. No matter who's in the White House, we're going to start that business. No matter who's in the White House, we're going to gather and elevate ourselves as a community. No matter who's in the White House, the black people I want to roll with are the people that I want to see win. And in fact, that led me to a thought last night. I had this thought after I interviewed Jay Morrison. Jay Morrison, the founder of the Tulsa Fund, he came through last night. You can go check out the interview. Also, Dr. Claude Anderson spoke earlier. And, and I thought about it and I realized that, when you have those Negro naysayers in your life, the people who don't believe in your potential, the people who constantly tell you that black people can't do anything on their own, that you can't accomplish, that business gonna fail, you're gonna be mad because you quit that job at the post office. They hiring a UPS and you stupid to pass that up, right? Negro naysayers, people who tell you that something isn't going to succeed, they're of no use. Like they're literally like the garbage in your house. You need to put them in a bag, tie the bag up and throw it out with, put it out outside so the truck can come pick it up. Like get those people out of your life. Quarantine those people because they have a psychological disease. They're called can't do nothing Negroitis. And that disease that they have will infect you in every way. So what you got to do is you got to think about what you let into your spirit. You got to pay attention to what you let into your mind. You got to pay attention to what you let into your space. And your space is a sacred space. Your space is a sacred and protected space where you must incubate yourself from all the negativity that is going to throw you off your game. You got to decide, are you about this life or you're not about this life? Like, are you going to keep it 1,000 in the life that you chose? As E40 likes to say, I keep it 1,000 in the life that I chose, right? Are you committed to the life you chose or are you not sure? Are you serious or are you not serious? Because if you're serious and you're committed to the life that you chose, and that means it's ride or die to the end. Like that's what you are. I'm a free black person. I'm going to live like a free black person. That means I'm not going to get upset and exhausted one day and decide I want to go apply for jobs. It doesn't mean I'm going to just have a bad week and then decide I'm going to quit. No, you're committed. That means for richer, for poor, in sickness and health, till death do you part. So how many free black people do we have in the room? Are you free or are you going to be a slave? If you're not free, then you probably shouldn't even be here. Why are you even watching this? Ain't your boss gonna get you? Ain't master gonna come get you for catching you listening to the other slaves? Like seriously, like are you free or are you not? If you are free, then say that you're free and live that life and be that person. That means that those who don't want to align with that, who don't want to help you succeed as a free black person in America, have no role, have no space not in your life. You don't got to kick them out of your life. You can still see them at the family barbecue, but you shouldn't be internalizing them on a regular basis. You can't do that, right? It's almost like trying to climb Mount Everest. Climbing Mount Everest is very, very hard. Climbing Mount Everest is something that a lot of people try, but most people fail. Climbing Mount Everest is incredibly difficult. And so you don't want to go try to do something that difficult like climb Mount Everest and have somebody constantly tell you that it's impossible to climb Mount Everest. It's not impossible to climb Mount Everest. It's just pretty damn hard. And some Negroes don't know the difference between pretty damn hard and impossible. It's pretty damn hard for a black man to become a millionaire, but a lot of Negroes act like it's impossible. It's pretty damn hard to build a black Wall Street, but we got Negroes who act like it's impossible. It's pretty damn hard for black people to build a strong community like we used to have back in the day, but some Negroes act like it's impossible. So I need you to know, are you, like they got the impossible burger, you got the impossible Negro, right? The impossible Negro believes that everything's impossible, even though white people do it every single day of the week. But still, I'm just telling you, like, don't listen to the impossible Negroes. Get those people out of your life. All right, so let's dig back in again. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the share button and subscribe button. Also, don't forget, this week is the All Black National Convention. We're still going to go down to Houston. The weather's going to clear up and everything. And so, by the way, my condolences to those who are in Houston with the flooding and everything. I hope you guys are okay. But we'll be there very soon. If you want to come down and join us, go to allblacknationalconvention.com. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. Let me read some of what is stated in Forbes about the richest hip hop artists in the world. It says back in 2007, Kanye released a song called Big Brother, an ode to Jay-Z. Indeed, catching on with the moguls, Rockefeller Records 2 decades ago was West's first big break. Jay-Z even had a hand in coining West's nickname, Yeezy, which now graces his shoe line with Adidas. There was a beam of light on the idea of me making athletic footwear Now check this out. Yeezy is expected to pull in 1.5 billion in sales this year, or about half of what the Air Jordan pulls in, boosting West's pre-tax income to 150 million over the past year and making him hip hop's cash king for the first time ever. Another career first, West out-earned Jay-Z, who ranked second on this year's list with 81 million. Buoyed by the tail end of his On the Run tour with his wife Beyonce, also Drake, the most streamed artist of any genre, rounds out the top three with 75 million. Here's what stands out to me about this statement, about this, what I just read to you. Drake is the most streamed artist of all time. He sells the most music, apparently, more than Jay-Z and Kanye. Okay, he makes 75 million. Jay-Z still does good music, doesn't put out as many albums as he used to, but he makes little deals here and there, like the deal with NFL, stuff like that, which is good stuff. He makes 81 million. Kanye, who was wearing a MAGA hat, who also hasn't made an album in quite a while, from what I understand. I don't think he's on a tour, none of that. He's not touring. Jay-Z and Beyonce tour because they want that money. Kanye isn't really touring like that. He makes 150 million. In fact, the last time I saw Kanye do anything performance-wise, I saw he put out this gospel song, and it's so fascinating how you can really reconcile with Negroes very quickly with some fried chicken and a gospel song, right? If you bought some Popeye's chicken with the gospel song, then that would have worked out perfectly, right? That's the formula, right? So if black people ever get mad at me, I got to make sure I show up in the churches and maybe bring some Church's chicken. Come to church with some Church's chicken, I might be good again. But what's interesting is that Kanye's making his money by being a businessman. Kanye's making his money by being an investor. Kanye's making his money by being an owner, by having an equity stake. Kanye could wear a MAGA hat every day of the week and walk down the street with his genitalia out and still rake in more money than all the other artists on that list. I think that really speaks to an important reality that I want you guys to really understand. What moves, the economic needle is corporate ownership, investment ownership of assets, right? Kanye's rights and royalties from his shoe line far exceed anything else that he could be making as an artist, right? So the same thing would be true in your life. Many of you, in fact, now that I think about it, when I look at my own income, a big chunk of my income is what they call passive income. It's income that comes from deals I made where I get a percentage of that asset, whatever that asset generates every year. And that is what allows me to pay my bills. You see, so what you want to really aim for long term is to be able to earn your money in a different way. You don't want to earn your money just by working for other people. Even if you're making a high hourly rate, it's still not very much, right? Even for lawyers make $400 or $500 an hour, but you still have to work a lot of hours and wear yourself down in order to make your money. So Kanye West makes his money from his shoe line, which I imagine his wearing the MAGA hat might affect his shoe sales in the United States. But a lot of people in countries around the world don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. They're not running around getting mad at Kanye because he wore a MAGA hat. That's just y'all. That's just us. That's just the people in the United States. Half the people in the United States. Half the people love it. Half the people hate it, right? So at the end of the day, what I really saw on that Forbes list was the power of ownership, the power of business models. That's how rappers are making their money. Now, in case you want to know who else is on the list, please hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done this yet. You also have, let's see here, all in all, the top 20 acts in hip hop banked a combined total of 860 million, up 33% from 648 million last year. The reason rappers are making more money is because rappers are starting to become business people. They realize there's not a lot of money in making music. The bar for entry is 18 million, the highest it's ever been. Our numbers represent pre-tax income from June 2018 to June 2019 before deducting fees for agents, managers, and lawyers. Figures are based on Nielsen, Music, Polestar, et cetera, et cetera. West isn't the only familiar name to have a career year. Travis Scott, who's I guess one of the black male pets of the Kardashian family, seemingly set to become an uncle to West's children, Road to Astro World. Wish You Were Here, rode the Astro World, Wish You Were Here tour to 58 million, and he's number 5 on the list. That's 2 places ahead of DJ Khaled, who makes all his money by hopping on people's songs and screaming, "We the best." That's let's see, he notched 40 million per year in revenue. Now, what DJ Khaled does understand is kind of like DJ Vlad, right? You know, these are people that some people call them culture vultures. It's up to you to decide how you feel. But these are guys who at least understand the power of branding. You know, Khaled seems to understand that, you know, the quality of music you make is not nearly as critical in making money as your branding, right? The branding is what matters, you know. And so a translation of that is my brother runs a speakers bureau called Great Black Speakers. It's one of the largest Black-owned speakers bureau in the country, if not the largest. It's up there. I don't know if it's number one, number two, or what. But anyway, you know, one of the things he runs into on a regular basis is he'll have speakers that come along, and the person will say, "People should pay me. People should pay me to speak." And my brother will be like, "Why?" And they'll be like, "Well, because I have a law degree from Harvard." And what he don't understand is that Harvard has pumped out tens of thousands of graduates. What makes you different from everybody else? What makes you different from every other person out here that went to Harvard Law School? You can find those in every city in America, right? And what the people don't understand is brand building, right? Like there are thousands of people who graduated from Harvard, but there's only one DJ Khaled, right? There are thousands of people who went to Yale Medical School or wherever, you know, or Johns Hopkins or something, but there's only one Oprah Winfrey, right? So brand building is a lot of times as important or more important than simply just having credentials or just having skill or just being good at what you do, right? Being good at what you do without having a brand is not as impactful as being okay at what you do and having a great brand. I hate saying it like that, but it's true. That's why you see crappy music on the radio all the time, even though there are groups out there that are far better than that. But I was actually happy that Kanye showed up at the concert for an artist that I get to take some credit for helping to put on the map. Her name is Victory Boyd. I didn't know that my posting her content made such a difference, but I went to Victory Boyd is part of a group called Infinity Song. Victory and her family are going to sing at our wedding next year because we just love the family so much. And her dad had brought Victory to one of our events in Baltimore, and Victory sang for us, and she was so good. Her voice was like, oh my God. If you've ever heard Victory Boyd, if you haven't heard her, you should look her up. I can't explain it. Just a voice unlike anything you've ever heard. And so anyway, they have a family group called Infinity Song. And so the dad hit me up and said, we're doing a private concert at somebody's house here in Chicago. Would you like to come out? And I said, sure. Yes. I drove all the way out there and saw them perform. It was amazing. And Victory and her dad both get up there and they said, yeah, Dr. Boyce Watkins is, you know, everything changed after he posted our video and he put it up there and it went viral and it got 3 million views. And I was like, wow, I didn't know that my video made that much of a difference, but that's pretty awesome, you know. And but it was really her talent that did it. But the reason I bring up Infinity Song is because a couple of reasons. There are a couple of things I love and I'm happy about with this family. One, Kanye and Jay-Z have both endorsed Infinity Song. Infinity Song signed with Rockefeller. It's not Rockefeller, Rock Nation, whatever Jay-Z's company is called. Also, Kanye just came to one of Infinity Song's concerts and to support them because they're that talented. And then on top of that, what I like about them as well is they will speak on the issues and the topics that we discuss. You know, like when we talk about Black wealth and building for the Black community, their father, who is the leader of the group, he got all of his children singing and performing. He regularly espouses Black economic independence in a way that I just admire so much. But then also, y'all know how important the father is. Like people that come on this platform are not those people like don't nobody need no man. Men don't matter. Black fathers don't matter. Toxic masculinity. Like people like that stay away from me. The people that tend to come here are people that understand the importance of the male being a part of the household. And so the father or the part of the children's lives. So the father being a strong leader for the children, I admire that. You know, I think that we have a society that will vilify strong Black fathers. You know, they vilified Venus and Serena's daddy. They vilified Tiger Woods' daddy. They vilified Michael Jackson's daddy. And it doesn't mean these people are perfect, but what it is that if you look at anybody in detail, you're going to always find something about them that you could vilify. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Bree Pipe, who's asking if I'm ever coming back to Columbus, maybe one day, not anytime soon. but I am a Buckeye. Bree Pipe, you know, if I really wanted to dig into your life and really talk shit about you and make you look terrible, I could easily do that. I could go through, find all the people, make a list of all the people who hate Bree, and interview all of them. I'm not going to interview any of the people that like you. I'm only going to interview the people who hate you. The people who like you, if they say anything good about you, I'm going to cut that out, delete that from the interview. Or if somebody hates you and they say something good and then something bad, I'm only going to play the bad stuff, right? And I'm going to find every time you ever got pulled over, every time you ever made a mistake, every time you ever flunked out of school, and I'm going to use dark lighting and very dirty, nasty horror music when I play it, and I'm going to talk about you like you are the worst scum of the earth. Vilifying a person is an art, right? And so they use that on the black man on a regular basis. So if you ever come to my Instagram, which is the Real Boyce Watkins, and you see me talking about issues with black males or like Antonio Brown, that's why, because I find it fascinating how vilifying black men is just kind of a sport. Doesn't mean these guys are perfect. Those are the easiest people to vilify, the ones who've made a mistake, right? But it does mean that they don't get a fair shake. Like, and that's the point. It's about fairness. It's not about perfection. It's about fairness, right? So anyway, so I love this family. I really do. I have so much admiration for them, and the music is high quality. So I encourage you to take a look at Infinity Song or Victory Boyd on your Spotify. You won't regret it. I guarantee you won't regret it. But anyway, so there you go. So that's my analysis of Kanye at the top of the hip hop charts. I'm going to come back a little bit later and do some voice your opinion. I have your comments that you've been leaving on the phone, the voicemail messages. There's a ton of them. I'm gonna go through as many as I can, and I'll just do little videos on all of them, and I'll respond to your questions. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, share, and subscribe button. Please do that. Also, don't forget, next week is the All Black National Convention in Houston. You can learn more at allblacknationalconvention.com. If you want to watch the live stream, you can go to allblackeducation.com and sign up. It's not free, but you get a lot of free goodies to go with your live stream in addition to that. So feel free to go check out allblackeducation.com. Last but not least, if you go to drboycenewyork.com, you can join our investing seminar that's going to be in New York City. That's drboycenewyork.com. It's going to be really good. We're going to do an elevator pitch competition. You'll get to network with Black folks who invest in themselves, who are really good people, you can build businesses with. So it's an amazing environment, amazing energy in the room, and it's great. And also, don't forget, we have our social media platform, blackenough.com. If you haven't joined that yet, I hope you'll join it. I know you guys love Facebook and you love Mark Zuckerberg, but I hope you'll love us as much as you love them and consider joining the platform in addition to Facebook. This is ours. We own this. We have the trademark on this. Go look it up, y'all. We own this trademark. All right, so I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. Please take care, and I'll see you soon. Peace.